Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi, my name is Siti Nur Nazihah binti Abazaki. Today I would like to express you about the first goal of SDG by elaborating SDG 01, which is poverty, and how United Nations or UN contribute to handle this problem. For information, SDG is Sustainable Development Goal. These days, many people become poorer due to pandemic that hit almost the whole world. Because of their poverty, they may be unable to participate in political life or defend their rights in the court. They may also face unfair treatment or discrimination because of their low socioeconomic level. Honestly, I am interested in this topic because I don't know much about poverty in the world. By this blog, I can acknowledge myself and others to add more information about it by referring to some authorized websites and blogs. So, let's move on to the first point. According to Government of New Brunswick, poverty is defined as not having enough money to meet basic needs, including food, shelter, and clothing. SDG 01 is to end poverty in all its forms everywhere. The slowing progress of reduction of poverty since 2015 has been set back due to pandemic. Today, more than 700 million people, or 10% of the world population, still live in extreme poverty, which means they are surviving on less than $1.90 a day. In Malaysia, it means that they are surviving on less than 8 ringgit 97 cents a day. They are struggling to fulfill the most basic needs. This scenario must be stopped so people could benefit the importance of living with no poverty. Living with no poverty helps people to reduce the shorter life expectancy. Nancy Frost, a health expert, writes in her review of the literature, saying that nearly all aspects of health show differences between people who have lower incomes and those with higher incomes. Under SDG 01, UN has faced a few issues that slowing down their flow to end poverty. The issues include hunger and malnutrition, limited access of education and other basic services, social discrimination and exclusion, as well as the lack of participation in decision making. These issues are concerning as they affect the strategy to end poverty. Now, let us go to the second point. What is the role of United Nations UN in solving the issue of poverty? Actually, UN have done so many ways to end poverty. In USA, Clive Morgan, a young graduate from Washington University, discovered his passion to tackle poverty in a political scale. In 2003, he organized a project which was the Bogan Project. The project was also membered by Adam Smith. He is a passionate advocate for addressing global poverty in the political scale. The goal promoted by the Bogan Project is same as the first goal of SDG, which is to end poverty in all its forms everywhere. Opposing malnutrition is one of the issues in ending poverty. Malnutrition is deficiencies, excesses, or imbalances in energy intake. Fighting against malnutrition has become a global issue since one or more forms of malnutrition impact every single country in the world. Another problem posed by malnutrition is its strong link to poverty. This worrisome relationship between poverty and malnutrition is continuous, as malnutrition weakens the population's economic capacity. World Health Organization (WHO) estimated that globally more than 149 million children under 5 suffered stunting, 45 million endured wasting, and 38.9 million were overweight in 2020. In Niger, Africa, the Bogan Project holds a unique invention to fight against the issue. The invention is plantain nuts. It is a ready-to-eat and ready-made food to fight against malnutrition among children. As reported by Our World in Data, the percentage of undernourished population was successfully decreased from 13.2% to 8.9% in 18 years from 2001. The contribution of the plantain nut helps the world to counter the malnutrition issue. Finally, we are at the end of the vlog. To sum up, I have acknowledged you about the first goal of SDG by elaborating SDG 01, no poverty, and how UN contribute to handle this problem. Personally, I feel that everyone should take part to end poverty in this world, especially in our own country. Bryan Stevenson once said, "The opposite of poverty is not wealth, but justice." That's all from me. Thank you. And Assalamualaikum.